Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to control. Let's continue. So, we finished the first floor and it unlocked a lot of abilities, but we really don't have enough items to... We don't really have enough items to upgrade as many things as I'd like. So, what we're looking for now is the elevator. We're hearing singing, probably singing of the... probably singing from the janitor. We need to go to the maintenance section, so I feel like he's probably the guy that's gonna help with things like that. We've got tons of collectibles we're missing left and right. Interesting. That one's not playing audio, but I didn't turn off the mute copyrighted music. It's just not playing audio. Probably because of the singing right now. Central executive is where I guess we're going. I guess that would be helpful just to follow the instructions. Executive affairs, is that where we're supposed to be going? Search for a way into the maintenance sector.
How come no one's taking charge here?
You didn't hear? Trench is dead. There's a new director.
Sector elevator. Ah, there we go. And here we even had the maintenance item pointing us.
Time to work. Meet me in the maintenance.
So I imagine this is a bunch of people who worked on the game. I don't think any of those are supposed to be Dylan. Here we go. Yep. They didn't really make it super easy to just find where we were going. It would be nice if there was a indicator on the map, some more just a compass for some of this. So looking at the elevator, we can see that yes, there's exactly 5 levels, an underground
Like
and 4 floors.
The janitor is a friendly face.
They introduced the janitor way too early in the story for him to have disappeared for 3 hours. And that makes it seem like he's way more important, which I pretty much assume he is. Interesting. While this is loading, the animation stopped for a second.
The maintenance sector is the janitor domain. If I can find Ahti here, he can help me reach the override. Maybe it was you who got me into the oldest house with the lockdown on. Maybe it was Ahti. It felt like he made the elevator appear that took me to Trench's office. Is Ahti guiding me too?
So this is nice, and for as much as you complain about, you can complain about games chopping up levels and moving things around. There's certainly a lot of games. What is that Resident Evil spiritual successor, the Undying Light or something? I don't think that's the name of the game. There was definitely a horror game that chopped up sections and you would just like black out and then awaken in a completely different area. I think that would have worked a lot better here too if we had just walked through a hallway and been in a maintenance section on the previous floor instead of seeing the same thing over and over again on the previous floors. That would have been interesting visually, because now we're seeing a lot of tubes, we're seeing a lot of chrome. Yeah. You can break the glass, but you can't break the glass enough to get through. They didn't think that one through enough, clearly. You can get up here. And can I get up here? I don't think I can. Even if I could get up there, though, it probably wouldn't help me any. But eventually I'll have an ability to fly, so getting up to something like that will become trivial. We are running into the
directorial override is right there, in the control room. How do we get there?
Is that what we're looking for, or is there something else glowing red that we're looking for? Yeah, it seems like we're gonna have to take the long way around to get to that. Alright. We're starting to run into some weirdness. It's not running as smoothly as I feel like it should be, the game. And I don't think, while I may be creating a ridiculous amount of files and taking up a lot of my secondary SSD, my old SSD, I don't think we're already at filling it up, all 512 gigabytes of space. If that's the case, then there's a problem, certainly, with the I guess bit rate that I'm using now that I have a newer video card. A newer video card would theoretically make better looking graphics and take a little bit more space, but it shouldn't take it shouldn't be a doubling factor. And still really no concern or desire to go above 1080p. Remember, this game has a base resolution that it's running at of 720p, so it's not even by default by the GeForce experience running at actual native 1080p. So my suspicion is that this game is simply just slowing down because of all the textures here. In Unreal and other programming languages, you will create a material, you'll define how reflective that material is, and that material will be used to texture objects, and the thing is that will be then handed off from a 3D modeler or texture designer over to a level designer, and then the level designer, not fully aware of or thinking about what the impact of a game might have, what impact having a ton of pipes might have on a game, will often fill an environment with a ton of pipes, or a ton of textures, and I think that might be the thing that's going on, even with the ray tracing, even with everything else. This might just be too visually ambitious for what can really be done. The other thought is it's not the graphics card that's the problem, but I've significantly, potentially imbalanced what is my i7. I think I have like a 5830 6-core graphics CPU, and it's a fine CPU. It's just old, so it's not as powerful by any means as a 2080 RTX, and so there's a imbalance there that might be playing a factor. But I still don't believe that's really the case. I suspect what's really going on, if anything's really going on, is that we just ran into a slight kerfluffle, for lack of a better term, a slight snafu. So the question, I guess, becomes, do I need to run around and look for things in an environment like this, or is this good as it is? Am I gonna find any pickup items, or I'm kind of all over the place. We're in the janitor's office, so that's where we're supposed to go. And we want to get as many pickup items that seem to be randomly generating as possible. Alright. It's not faster to jump over the ledge. That does not look safe. That does not look safe at all. And this looks like a door that we can open later. This is a door that we'll definitely have to open later. So yeah, take note that I just stuck my foot in the janitor's office, and then it triggered a respawn of the enemies. Feels like that was maybe easier than it should have been.
Well done. You got the job. It's place for congratulations. Yippee, saatana. It happened in the last drop. I truly need an assistant.
Funny thing is, I've been a janitor. I'm more at home in that role than as the director. Only Ati here seems to see that.
Yeah, hi, Ati. Look, we need to get the lockdown lifted, otherwise I can't get to the other sectors. Can you help me get to the override?
Yes, easy peasy. It's just around the corner. But first, we need to get you working. Very small, couple of hours job.
Something tells me it's gonna be more than that.
You think there's a dog buried in this? I can tell you are not yesterday's Krause's son. That's why you'll make a great assistant.
I'm not sure if he's making just
Very well.
weird Nordic
I'll hit the facts
references
on the
translated directly to English.
I'm gonna sanon perkele suoraan that this house has a vermin problem. A bad one. They've already messed up the cooling pumps. And the power generators of a power plant, perkele. And the pensioner inside is starting to feel the band around his head. Titan. The situation needs to be fixed before the plant blows up. And we all disappear like a fart in Sahara.
Trying my best to keep up with this. Fix the coolant pumps and the power generators, otherwise the power plant will blow.
But don't you worry. I've left you clear instructions. You'll catch the end of the thread before I go to my vacation. The work's on the task board here. You can do later, when you have time.
Vacation? Right.
Yes, no one's gonna cancel my holiday or seat's gonna rattle. But don't worry at all. You'll take care of it and soon this crisis gonna be last winter's snow. You better go now, so you don't have to run with your head as your third leg. The door in the back leads to the plant.
The door in the back. That's great. Thank you, Ati.
So let's see what this is. New mission. What a mess.
Burn.
Hold to burn trash. Right. This is completed, so can we do anything? No, we can't really do anything at all. Let's see. Burning all the piled up trash piled up in the furnace in the maintenance sector. Alright, we'll take that as under consideration. We have a new mod that is basically the same.
The trash. Throw it in the fire. Burn it all. Burn it into a reindeer, not into a moose.
Let's just make sure we get everything. New mission to Mary Chase. So we're getting different missions now. What is that mission that we just got? Investigate the strange light in the break room. Okay. So that light's not flickering. This light is flickering. Okay. So clearly this is a side mission for an object of power. It's probably worth doing these.
Ugh, this place makes me nauseous. An object of power. How do you think it got down here?
The concept of objects of powers.
A carousel horse. Why is kid stuff always so creepy?
Like that concept I don't think works greatly in a video game form as much as it would make sense in, well, frankly, the Friday the 13th TV series, which was exactly that every episode. Is this gonna crush me to death? It seems like when it closes on the camera, it closes on me. And it doesn't seem like there's a way around this. Yeah, it just seems like it resets. Press B to evade. Okay. Apparently, that's a new ability that we didn't have before. Seriously. This game does a lot of this garbage. A lot of just punishing you for not doing it exactly perfectly like they want it to be done. Press A and then B to air evade. Okay, good to know. Barely made that. Apparently that is not a object that I need to be concerned about. Gold enemies are immune to Jesse's attacks. Alright. So press B to avoid. There we go. And we moved. I moved too fast there.
Let's keep up with me now.
So we lost on any dialogue there that the board was saying. Sorry. This is getting brighter and brighter. And so that's how we're gonna, I guess, get into some of these, I guess these are hidden locations? Alright, well that's nice. What's this?
Stepping to the FBC, there's lots to do, there's lots to read, but you don't touch and don't scream much. Let's join the Thresher Kids. Let's join the Thresher Kids.
Apparently that's some propaganda for kids from the FBC. Interesting, we've got reflections of us in the TV series. Again, they spent money, they paid somebody to make this instead of
I'm drawing the
just
pyramid.
not doing that.
What? The pyramid.
We've got like modem sound effects.
The Black Pyramid. It's in the astral plane.
Airplane?
Astral plane.
Are we
It's
really gonna
big,
watch all of this?
white, and empty.
Oh man, this is bad.
Or is it?
This is creepy.
It's a weird, crazy alien dimension. The white goes on forever. You can get lost in all that white.
Why
and never
would you
find
spend your
way
money
back
developing this?
home.
This wasn't even promo material. It's not something that you could put into your advertisement budgeting or anything like that. So, yeah, apparently they are in the habit of kidnapping kids and I guess turning them into FBC agents. That would be my guess. And that's probably what happened to her brother Dylan. That's not a door. It just kind of feels like a door. we've been over here. So now we can move the story forward. It's an odd sound effect, by the way. And as I turned there, we got a little bit of a lockup again. I'm just trying to make sure every door is open.
Okay, so what happens again if that thing blows up?
Power. Explosion.
Can we go down this way?
Director's duty. Keep the lights on.
Ventilation. I guess I'm going the right direction. We've lost our gun again, so I assume that's just because we're on an elevator. Yeah. That's weird. It's weird how you just lose your gun in the middle of the elevators. It's weird that the game is having this much performance problems. Frankly, the game recommended people play this on the DirectX 11 mode, which means they don't really want you to use the ray tracing. It's definitely a budgeting issue. I often talk about budgeting issues, but clearly they spent some time trying to implement ray tracing that they probably should have done. Spent that time and energy and that money better, just to develop more levels, more gameplay, more just characters that would talk to you out loud instead of things you have to read. And definitely they wasted budget having creepy puppet shows. Interesting, there are people here, but they seem to be on my side. They don't seem like they're bad. Why can only 6 people fit in this room, by the way? That's confusing. Like, first of all, why build a shelter in an office building and then build that shelter to only support 6 people for this? You could easily have 6 people standing against the wall. So one assumes that there's perhaps more of a weird mystical reason why there can only be 6 people in the shelter at a time. Oh man, again, just a little bit of lagginess whenever you get somewhere. When you get near a character.
Man! Hey! Chief Arish, FBC Security. Shouldn't you be in a safe room?
That animation looks terrible. His face looks way terrible. And his head's a little small too for his body.
They all have HRAs. We're on the same side.
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm here to perform the directorial override to get the lockdown lifted.
Yeah, Chief Arish, FBC Security. I'm just... Oh, hang on, you're the new director. It's a pleasure, ma'am.
Let's skip the
How would they
formalities,
not be able to recognize her when every painting of the director
Look,
changed
as
to
you can
her
probably tell,
instantaneously?
It's a bit of a shit show down here. We've been holding our ground, but whatever's gotten into our buddies has them wrecking the coolant pumps and the power converters. The NSC keeps overheating, and my crews keep getting shot before they have a chance to make any repairs.
NSC?
Oh, sorry. Bureau jargon. It's what we call the power plant. You know, the big rumbling metal thing? Salvador, head of security, asked me to protect it in case of an attack. See, what's inside is dangerous. Dr. Darling seemed to know it would be a target.
Darling? He's here?
No, he came down a few days ago, before everything went to hell. He was out of it. Smelled like a bar mat. He was ranting about vulnerabilities and how he only had one large-scale HRA, but that he needed it somewhere else. Still, at least he gave us these personal HRAs before he left. Hey, did I mention that he was tearing his clothes off? Crazy dude.
Darling knew the hiss was coming.
Listen, I love playing 20 questions as much as the next guy, but we have got to get the water and electrical systems repaired before this baby blows. I'll have my guys unlock the doors out of here for you.
I'll take care of it. You stay and keep the hiss away from the plant if you can.
The hiss? That's what we're calling him? Oh, that's catchy. Oh, listen, the radios aren't working, so if you find my boss Salvador out there, could you please ask him what the plan is? I'm sure he will have one by now.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
He sure has a lot of faith in his boss.
Try to stay alive.
I'm wondering if there might be some time elements here.
Blockages in pipes C through F.
I could try and talk to
Clock
him.
back. Now? Oh man, Nadia's gonna be so pissed.
Like, I don't even want to talk to him right now though, because it doesn't seem like they have that much to say.
We need those pumps and converters online.
She knows. She knows.
I just wanted to make sure.
So, where are we? We can look, I guess, where we are right now and where we've been. We were in ventilation, we were in the janitor's office. The map does seem like it's relatively big. Of course, now hitting the back button. The B button does not put it back. That whole animation did not work. By the way, there was literally no animation there. Alright, we have a board countermeasure that's done. So collect that reward by holding X. We can, suppose now, kill his guards, kill using melee. I think I'll take kill his guards, because killing with melee feels like something that I'd need to increase my ability to melee with. See. To construct the shatter, we can now construct that. And to construct spin would, I guess, be the next thing that we could try to construct. And I think that pretty much means we can't construct anything else. We just have insufficient materials. Alright, so now abilities are the question. Launch explosives, launch 3, or more health. I think probably more health and a start, a consideration towards melee. Seems like, yeah, we're trying to get the milestone rewards at the bottom. Yeah, we don't have any more upgrades right now. So that was everything. Oh, here's a question. If I want to fast travel, I guess I could fast travel to the other floors. Alright. So that's nice. And now we've got this other gun, but how do we use this? I can put a mod on shatter, sure. We've got plenty of them. Recoil, projectiles fired, damage after kill. We'll do that. But how do you equip the gun? Health recovery 20% per pickup. Evade energy costs going down. Got tons of collectibles. Pause now if you want to read that. Pause now. Pause now. Just trying to mark everything off. Northmore. I have no idea what Northmore is. And I really don't want to... I really don't want to have to watch it a second time. It's probably... This is the Northmore something or other. Coolant pumps, energy converter, central maintenance control room. So I guess we're going to the coolant pumps first. Let's see if we can speed this process up a little bit. These guys are killing me really, really hard. Like, really, really getting hit hard again. So, am I going the wrong direction? Or am I just being introduced to another group of enemies that, once again, are way, way too difficult? Yeah, it's gonna kinda suck if we just continuously run into these kind of problems. Fix the energy coordinate. That's in the maintenance energy converters. So we'll see how this goes. This guy's shooting me. These do feel like better weapons than this is a weird fighting situation that we're in. I guess now it starts to make sense why these guys exist, is so that they will be misconstrued as enemies. How do I switch guns though? Collecting all kinds of health after one hit. I question how easy it's going to be to even get that challenge of killing 50. Alright, this X. Alright, so it is the X button that switches weapons. Thanks for telling me, game. Thanks for allowing me to have a second weapon and not popping up a tutorial that said, oh, by the way you switch guns is this button, because all of our buttons have been in weird places up until this point. I don't know, maybe it makes more sense if you're a PlayStation player that the button layout makes more sense then. But as somebody who came from playing the Xbox 360, these button layout makes no sense. Here we have a larger bathroom. It's 4 to 5 hours into gameplay, but they finally addressed an issue of cut and paste layout. That being said, the bathroom stalls in general aren't going to look very different, so it still very much feels like it's a lot of copying and pasting going on. Do these have to be destroyed? Or is it just recommended that they be destroyed? Field training. New mission, a good defense. Let's see what that is. This is probably another side mission. Investigate the training course. Yeah, I think that there's... if we got an ability that gave us a shield, that would be very much appreciated. Although it's questionable why that would be something that you could miss. Because that's really what this is going to break down to. Is
So I just read this. Welcome to the Ranger Field Training course. The course must be completed in the specified amount of time. When you're ready to start, press the button. Is that all, or?
I always did love obstacle courses.
Okay.
Get ready, Ranger. Course starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Where are we supposed to go? Alright.
45 seconds remaining.
Alright, come on. Ran out of energy.
30 seconds remaining.
Where does it go?
15 seconds remaining.
Turn it.
Five seconds remaining. Course failed. Try again, Ranger.
So, I don't think with my current abilities I could probably make that all the way through. But I think it kind of wants me to. Alright, let's see
ready, Ranger.
if...
Course starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Yeah, I'm not sure I
30
can really
seconds
pull
remaining.
this off.
Seconds remaining. Course complete. Congratulations, Rainer.
Guessing this isn't usually part of the course. It's protecting itself. I need to hit it harder to break that shield.
So I'm gonna have to find something that... Nope, I hit it hard enough, I guess. It's like a safe. Notice how the animation is just pretending like it's touching that object without really knowing what the object is. Because it's the same animation. Alright. Hold left bump for shield. Okay. That's not exactly the kind of shield I was hoping for, frankly, but darn it. That's better than nothing. Let's see, where are we going? You get that watery underground sound. When you use the shield. Am I supposed to just tap the shield? Like, that doesn't feel like that would do anything. It really does feel like that. Oh man, just falling off the edges. This every time I have to do one of these, it's like, nope, this is not fun. Alright, so I'm gonna just hold the shield until I get to this point, and that just hit me a little bit, and then wait and just let my energy to refill, and then I'm gonna hold this, and then I'm gonna get behind this. Wait for the energy to refill. And then I'm gonna hold this and get behind this. They really, really want you to play strategically. It's pretty obvious. I've got to get all the way over there, so I think what I have to do is kind of face. I wasn't expecting more people to start shooting at me. And I think I'm mostly safe now. It's better than nothing for a shield, but I really just wanted something that would, frankly, reduce the amount of damage and put me in a good position.
Good time to have a shield.
As a melee kill, just for an experiment. Now, did I die all of the times I fell, or do those not count as deaths? That would be my question. Seems like they didn't count as deaths. Still definitely looking for something that would just reduce the amount of damage more than just increased health. Like, increased health will get us so far, but we really need a reduced amount of damage that we're taking in every time we get hit. Because I'm getting hit quite a lot. Alright, and that puts us here where there's a sector elevator that way, and the Black Rock processing is that way, and the power plant is that way. And where are we supposed to be going? Let's see. Field training we just did. NSC control room. Let's see. Well, I guess that way is definitely not the way. So then the question would be, what is directly forward versus what is over here? I think I want to go that direction. Right. Meanwhile, we've got launch energy cost minus 9%, which means we can destroy that one and that one. It's really not giving us a lot. And energy recovery speed might be better than what we've got equipped right now, which is just more health, because we really are picking up more than enough health elements. Let's see, for our main gun we have something that would damage against enemy armor plus 30%, or damage against enemy armor plus 30%. But since we have multiple loadouts now, having 2 of these might make some sense. Whereas something here that's exclusive to Shatter, we don't need the exact same element, so we'll destroy the worst version of that one. Let's see, 8% recoil efficiency versus 8%, so we'll destroy that one too. And I still feel like the reload is the better item to have, but maybe a 20% damage boost would be better. So we'll experiment with that. And this is the shattered projectile boost, which I don't think that's what we need. So I'm gonna try the recoil reduction on the shatter. Upgrading the actual weapon though, that seems like that happens through a different process, and We are making progress. Use grip, kill enemies with headshots. Kill enemies without dying, 14 out of 50. Kill his guards, 11 out of 25. Meanwhile, we missed that side quest, so we'll probably want to go back and do that again. And there clearly aren't too many missions because they're going to have all the completed missions listed. Let's see, and we're just collecting more and more things. That's, at this point, I have completely lost interest in reading. There's definitely a problem here with this. I kind of want to compare it almost to not Resident Evil, but Command and Conquer Red Alert 3. Like, I feel like if you were gonna do full motion videos and cutscenes, you needed to have it happen, frankly, before each mission, and it's not. So it feels odd when it does happen on its rare occasions, but it also pulls you out of the game. And of course, Red Alert 3 was very, very comedic in nature. It was not to be taken seriously, where I feel like this game is trying to be taken seriously, and I'm not sure that there's a really good reason that this story should be taken seriously, or should have even gone for that. That is another issue certainly we've seen with a lot of the Remedy / Quantic Dream style games, is that they try to be this hyper cinematic experience, when had it just been a dumb fun game, it probably would have worked a little bit better. Anyways, I'm going to end this recording here. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.